This is Activity 5.1 on page 163, Planning Reports. The file we'll be working with in this activity is the database titled Cabin Rentals Reports. You need to extract some data contained in the Cabin Rentals database. Since you'll need to obtain this data on a regular basis, you'll create some reports that pull just the data you need. The following is a description of two of the reports you need to produce. Contractors. You want to print a contact list that includes the name of each contracting company, the first and last name of the primary contact at that firm, their email address, and also their phone number. And the next report is going to be customer bookings. You want to produce a report that shows a grouping for each customer, which lists the customer's bookings, including the start date, cabin name, number of nights rented, and also the total cost. You'll start by examining the database schema to determine which tables and fields you'll need to use for each report. So we're going to start by opening up our database. I'm going to launch Access from my desktop. And from my Start screen, select Open Other Files. From my Open screen, select Browse. And we want to navigate to our home drive. So this PC, scroll down and double-click your home drive. Open up Access Part 1. And this is Lesson 5, which is titled Creating Reports. And here we have Cabin Rentals Reports. Select that and click Open. And before we make any changes to this particular file, in case you ever want to go back and start from the beginning again, we're going to go to File, Save As, Save Database As, and choose the Save As button. And we're just going to make a copy of this by naming it My Cabin Rentals Reports. Click Save. You could enable content. And if you get an updates available, you can close that. Number 2, we want to display the tables and their relationships. So we're going to go to our Database Tools tab of our ribbon and select Relationships. And it may seem a little bit cramped, I know, depending on your screen size, but you can resize them if needed and move them around to get a better look at it. But I know we're only working with, so much room on our screen. But just resize to the best of your ability so you can just kind of see which fields are located in each of your tables. So number 3, what tables and fields will you need to include in the contractors report? So the table contractors, which is located here, down at the bottom here. This contains all the data that you'll need for the contractor's report. So we have contractor ID. Oops, this is the wrong one. Contractor services. Where's contractor? Here's contractors. This is why I wanted to resize them so you could see the whole name. So this one has contractor ID. And what else would we need? We need the company name. And in our activity description, it listed the last name, first name, email address, and also the phone number. So for that particular report, the contractor's report, this table has all the fields that we'll need. So that's table contractors. And then the next one was for customer bookings. And this is going to come from more than one table. So let me see. Okay, so here's table bookings. So we need the booking start date, the number of nights, and also the, what was it, the total cost. That's here as well. We need from table customers, which is located here. And we need the customer first name and last name. And then lastly, from, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, table cabins, we have the cabin name. So for the customer bookings report, we're going to be pulling from table cabins, table bookings, and table customers for that particular report. So this was just a way to see, which fields we would actually need for the report that we'll be creating. Okay, so we can close out of our relationships view, and we'll leave this database open for our next activity.